Good morning. Today I'm going to talk about spanking your child. People. What in the world are you thinking? Why are people afraid to spank their children? It's been done for hundreds of years. And we have multiple generations worth of old folks who are fine, hardworking, honest, upstanding members of society. Because they had upstanding role models. Because they got their butt whooped. Now, here's the thing. I don't advocate for 1 minute. I don't advocate for you to beat your child or mangle your child or abuse your child. However, I do suggest that you raise your child. Here's the thing. I have a 17-year-old son. And when I'm done with him, in a few short months, he'll be 18. And at that point, he goes from being my problem to being society's problem. Holy shit. At that point, you're going to be grateful that I actually stepped up as a parent and raised him. I didn't say beat him. I didn't say abused him. He's a well-rounded, upstanding member of society. And I know this from his actions when he leaves my house. I also have faith in my parenting skill because I have a 23-year-old daughter who is an upstanding member of society, raising her 2 children, living with her husband, and holding a job. I also have further confirmation on my parenting skills because I have a 27-year-old daughter who is running a daycare from her house while raising her 2 children. And she's an upstanding member, well-educated member of society. So my 17-year-old is independent and my 15-year-old is independent. But believe you me, I watch them very closely because though they mimic adult maturity, I also understand that at this stage in their life, they are not able to fully comprehend adult consequences. So, though I want them to mimic adult responsibility as far as carrying themselves maturely and, getting ready to go out into the world and make a living and support themselves and maybe possibly in the future their own family, I don't want them starting that family right now. So mimicking adult sex is not something that I want to happen. And because of that, I do keep a close eye on both of them as far as who their friends are and where they go and who they spend time with. And I do have a set curfew. And I have a set time for them to be out of my house and in my house. And who they talk to online, what sites they go to. And I expect them to follow my rules. And at any given time that they cannot, they are free to go. That once they get to the level of adulthood where they know more than me and they are ready to override me, as far as respect of being their mother and being an authority in my house and an authority figure in their lives, when they're ready to override that and disrespect that, guess what? There is my front door. See that? My front door. And I will let them know, please don't run. The term run away. Wow, let's think about that for a minute. What are you running from? I want my children to know, and I have told them since they were probably, I don't know, maybe a year and a half old, since they were old enough to walk. Look, my house is a place of security, love, warmth, and welcome. In my house, you will not be rejected. You will not be made to feel unwanted. You will have security, love, and acceptance. However, anytime the free rent over the roof, anytime this roof over your head gets to be too much, the free food and the free rent, when that gets to be entirely too much for you, you are free to go. This is not a prison, but please, 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 I implore you, I beg you, don't run. Don't sneak out. Do not sneak out. And don't run, because I guarantee you, no one is chasing you. No one. I'm not. I'm damn near 50 years old. I don't have time to be chasing some little know-it-all twit who doesn't have a dime in their pocket or 2 cents to rub together. I'm not chasing you. I am not. 9 out of 10, the Dr. Phil show I'm watching is way more interesting than your little know-it-all butt trying to hightail it down the road because you think your hot to trot butt knows something I don't. Here's what I know. In this house, the bills are paid, the food's on the table, the clothes are washed, the internet's paid. Where you going? I don't know. You gonna go sleep behind McDonald's? You gonna go lay behind Taco Bell? You gonna go hang out in the library? Wherever runaway kids go, I don't know. I never had need to run away. But anyway, you know, I'm not gonna let my kids run my house. But at the same time, I think we need to give our children the utmost respect of being the young adults that we want them to be. So when you see a parent in the grocery store who is tapping their child's hand or smacking their little butts, mind your own goddamn business. I mean, seriously, mind your own business. They don't need you walking by going, oh, that's so sad. That's so sad you struck that precious child, because that precious child is going to be the same child that is going to rob you for every cent you have 15 years from now. Because it was so sad that the parents stepped up to raise them and you told that parent not to. Because here's the simple truth. When we as parents are done raising our children, they go from being our problem to being society's problem. Didn't think about that, did you? Didn't think that one quite through, did you? So the next time you see a parent in the store and they are raising their child and they are saying no and they are spanking, not beating. Now, if you see somebody, you know, throwing their child to the floor or slamming them down in the basket or mistreating, I mean, seriously, mistreating a child, then yes, step up, be that child's voice. because no one deserves to be abused or mishandled. But if you see a parent being a parent and they are simply spanking their child, then shut the hell up, keep your opinion to yourself, and walk on. If you're going to say something, look that parent in the eye and say thank you. Because that parent just kept that child from robbing you or killing your son or grandson 15 years from now. So keep that in mind. Because again, I have a son who in just 10 short months will be 18. And when I'm done with him, in those few months, when he's done being a legal child and I'm done being his legal guardian, he then becomes your problem, society. Feel free to leave thank you comments down below, because I took the time to raise my son. And oh yes, believe you me, there was, oh my gosh, let me see, maybe all of 3 times in his lifetime that I spanked him in a grocery store, because he generally got the point. And I didn't beat him. He generally got the point. And my 15-year-old and my 23-year-old and my 27-year-old, they never stole anything from the store. They didn't run through the store. They didn't throw things in the store. They didn't ram into your basket with a basket. They weren't those screaming, hollering, belligerent, idiotic children who played in the clothes racks or bounced balls or ran through the store with the shopping cart. They weren't those children, because I did not allow it. And I still don't allow it with my grandchildren. So, again, feel free to leave a thank you comment below in the comment section, because I actually took the time to raise my children. And now, when they become legal adults and become society's problem, they will be productive members, which I already have 2 that are, and have 2 more that soon will be. So they won't be living off your tax dollars in any prisons. They won't be clogging up our court systems, and they won't be robbing your houses. You're welcome. Raise your children, people. Know what they're doing and be responsible. Give a like, give a share, give a comment. Hell, just give a crap.